Alright, new week and new video again. So doing pretty good so far, you know. Haven't gone a full calendar week without recording. Improvements, right? But in all seriousness, yeah, we have a chance to finish off the basement here. And we'll see just how bad these coins end up being here in Lethal Lava Land. I mean, as we've seen previously, the coin placement is not always what it seems to be. And with so much lava everywhere, the question of coins being in areas where you can actually reach is not necessarily a given. It's kind of funny. It's basically exactly like with the chill bully, where I guess the level puts him in a spot where he just immediately dies no matter what. Alright, so we'll see if we can get over there. But just want to take a little bit of a tour around just to get a little better idea of where these coins are going to be. Can actually see the skybox underneath the level stage. I think Cody had kind of pointed that out to me. I didn't really think about it at the time of the last video. And he's in a very inconvenient spot. Well, I don't know. Fortunately, I think we're okay as far as, yeah, we're okay as far as coins go, or it's not going to be where, you know, oh, well, those 5 missing coins in Dire Docks, sorry. In Dire Docks, well, that's the end-all be-all in terms of me being able to actually get the 100 coin star, but oh. Ah, no, don't fall in the lava. Alright, so we'll see. This star could be somewhat interesting because obviously it's certain bullies on the one platform that basically are the catalyst for this particular star. The funny thing is way back in the day, I used to think that you had to defeat every bully in the whole stage to collect the star, but I think part of that just... Oh. Ow. Okay. Thank you, conveniently located flame jet. Let me just recoup some health here. But yeah, I think part of that was just the fact that the platform then had the bullies you needed to defeat was pretty much one of the last platforms you got to anyway. So it just sort of was like, okay, well, I never really bothered to try to test that whole theory, but you know, hey, it's kind of one of those fun little old anecdotes that you have. Okay. I guess I deserve that. That was really stupid of me. Anywho, alright, at the very least, it looks like Yeah, it looks like all the bullies are over at that platform where they're supposed to be, so... I guess that's one less thing we can worry about there. Alright, if I can actually... I'm trying to save some time by going this direction, but... Well... Not quite how they drew that one up. So... I think the biggest question in this stage is going to be where the free-form stars inside the volcano are going to end up kind of appearing. It could either be, you know, oh, that they're super convenient locations, or it's like, you know, alright, well, idiots, right. Get over here. I'm not really thrilled by all these coin lines being at, you know, high jumping heights, but things could be a lot worse. Alright, so in terms of other things with games, I did have a conversation with some friends. Oh. Interesting. But yeah, we were kind of talking about, you know, games that we're putting on hold, and it's kind of, similar to a thing I was kind of talking about. Yeah, I think it was either the last video or the video before that one. Yeah. But, you know, you just... Sometimes you can get into the habit of, you know, leaving games that you want to play, but you haven't gotten around to doing them for a while. And, you know, just kind of talking, it's like... I don't know, sometimes it's just that, maybe as you get older, some games can sometimes be a little bit too long for their own good. I mean, not that I'm gonna, you know, vilify... You know, I'm not gonna vilify developers nowadays for making, you know, long games. I mean, obviously the game market is definitely trying to reach out to a broader audience than just, you know, people like us. But, you know, it is sort of a matter of, you know, do sometimes miss out on playing some games. It's like, well, I can replay this one, you know, this game that I've played a whole lot of times, and I can do that usually pretty quickly, you know, compared to another kind of game, you know, that could be very good, but if it's a story-driven game, like, good example for me would be Jedi Fallen Order. You know, a great game, but, you know, yeah, it's a great game, but obviously there's a lot of things, you know, you have to do in terms of, you know, how long it takes to do a given planet location. So, you know, sometimes it's like, well, yeah, sometimes it's just running into fire, but yeah, it's just something that, well, I guess it, you know, just end up kind of saying, well, I guess I'll get there when I get there. And, you know, sometimes at the end of the day, it's just like, well, are you actually going to get there? I have no clue why I did that. I could see I wasn't going to make it. Alright, wish I could get that guy, but apparently... Alright, where can you take me, Wing Cap? But yeah, and it can be sometimes just a matter of, well, I hate saying it like this, but, you know, is a game too hard to complete if you just want to play casually? You know, I can hear, you know, all kinds of stuff about how great a game like Elden Ring is, or, you know, Dark Souls games and things like that. But, you know, again, do I want to be sitting around trying to deal with overly challenging gameplay, which involves like a lot of trial and error and really in-depth mechanic mastering just to get to the point where, okay, am I having fun, or am I just, you know, devoted so much of my spare time to this that I'm like, well, I guess, you know, I'm just feeling good about the accomplishment. I mean, that becomes a whole separate argument, but okay, well. Alright, let's get rid of you again. But, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not going to necessarily say, you know, a game franchise has to try to go out of its way to, you know, appeal to what I think is more appropriate. Alright, I think I'm just going to try and see if I can get to... Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get all the way to 100 coins. Yeah, the red coins aren't really that difficult to get to. Alright, I can try and... yeah, get some of the ones that are closer to the... Alrighty. Okay, now we're gonna literally be playing with fire here. Oh. And I just gotta, yeah, find a safe passage all the way back to the volcano area. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to go around here. So tempting to just grab that. Yeah, it's just so tempting to grab that star there, but I must resist. Oh, no, 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 no! Ah, nuts. Well, you know, we're just wasting all our time. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? Lovely. Just absolutely wonderful. Okay, so beyond just endless complaining about gaming and free time, I suppose another thing that I kind of had on my mind a little bit was I saw an interesting post regarding, upcoming Indiana Jones movie, where, alright, I'll save that just in case I need help coming back this direction. But yeah, the Indiana Jones sequel, which, I mean, it's kind of an interesting choice to do that now. I mean, considering how long it's been since, even just Crystal Skull. I mean, we can talk about how, I mean, there's really no other way around the fact that Harrison Ford really is kind of too old to be doing the role anymore. But anyway, the interesting point was, a question someone raised about, couldn't they recast the role? And I think, something like that seems like it, an interesting question. The problem is, for roles to that level, there really isn't any, reasonable way to expect them to recast that. Sort of the basic truth of the situation is, it's a role like that, it just becomes way too synonymous with the actor that played the role. I mean, because, you could take a movie franchise like Nightmare on Elm Street, where they tried to kind of start over with a new remake. Now, I mean, in full disclosure of everything, that the Nightmare on Elm Street remake had a lot more problems going on than, just the question of recasting Robert Englund. I mean, for what it's worth, I thought that that Jackie Earle Haley did a pretty good job. Like, definitely one of the strong aspects of that particular remake. I mean, there weren't a lot of, memorable aspects, in terms of, okay, this was something positive we could take away. I don't, I'm not going to sit here and do a dissection of that movie or anything, but, just the fact that even in that movie, there was just so much, there was just so much backlash, even, just doing a recasting of that role. People weren't really content to even leave that alone. So, I mean, in all honesty, there was really no chance, that we were gonna end up with a situation where, if you take a character and a film franchise that has more critical renown like Indiana Jones and has a wider audience. You know, that was never really going to work out. Okay, let's see. See what the inside of the volcano's got for us here. Alright, this is interesting spot for that to drop us off. Alright, well, that kind of answers the question of... Oh, jeez. I can't believe I did that again. Alright. That was bad. But yeah, there's really not much recourse, like I said, for trying to do, you know, that kind of franchise over again without either just, you know, saying, well, we're gonna stick with the original actor no matter what, even though there's really not, you know, they're really not physically up for the part, and it's really time to move on, you know, and obviously people aren't just going to say, oh, well, alright, well, I don't know if I can actually do this here. Okay, I actually managed to pull it off. We might have a shot now. I'm not sure. I've never been, you know, the most consistent with pulling that trick off. So yeah, ultimately, I'm not really expecting much in the way of anything positive for the upcoming Indiana Jones movie. I mean, to be fair, I think having a new director could at least maybe put a little bit of maybe new energy into the franchise. But I think at the end of the day, you're also still just going to be dealing with the fact that it could be a situation where, you know, the director's just there as a gun for hire, and we're not really going to be getting too much new. It's just going to be this, you know, this director trying to imitate. Oh my gosh, why? Actually, you know what? I'll save you just for a moment. Why did I do that? I was really just getting too impatient. Okay. Bad. I almost never let myself get burned by these fires on here, but I guess first time for everything. Yeah, I love how creative I have to be with avoiding, or, you know, doing damage boosting and using coins to heal myself here. Okay, so I think... Alright, so let me see, because I think I might still have a small chance at this here. Oh, no, come on! Really just going to turn into me finding a bunch of dumb ways to fail this level. Okay. So let's try... see what we can do in terms of... snagging all these coins here. Come over here. Alright. Wow, really? Okay, so... I still have... Mr. Eye in that box, so I guess it's gonna hinge on if we get at least most of the coins from that box there. Alright, so now the trick is kind of have to wait. Well... oh, jeez. That is disgusting. Alright, is there one single coin out here that I can get without dying? That's sort of the million-dollar question right now. Okay, actually there is. Ha! We do have some hope here. Alright, so I think the best bet will be to try to grab the wing cap here. All right. Here we go. And now to grab that pesky 8-coin star. Here we go. Wow, that was horrible. The plus side is that the volcano stars are insanely easy, so I can grab those probably fairly quickly here. So even though I've kind of run a little bit longer than I would normally kind of want to, I'm just going to do this for the sake of brevity. I mean, you know, not having to sort of jump back into this stage again for no real reason. Okay, so basically I have to go straight down. So that's one of them. Alright, and let's see if we can grab that other one. The other one's going to be just a very smidge level more difficult because it is technically in the lava, it looks like. But, yeah, as long as we can get, well, as long as we can get to the volcano without dying, but yeah, as long as we can just get down there with some health. Or, you know, I'm gonna regret this immediately. Alright, let me just take a step here. Okay. Okay, actually it was over this platform. It kind of looked like it was over the lava, but perspective is confusing. Alright, so that'll conclude everything down in the basement. Yeah, even though we never found the key yet, but it doesn't really matter because yeah, there's nothing else down here that we need to do. So yeah, next time we will move on upstairs. Yeah, we still need to do Tiny Huge Island. We still need Cruiser Crossing the Rainbow. We still have 2 Bowser courses left. You know, so there's still some rather obnoxious kind of levels that have a lot of randomization potential to come up here. But anyway, that'll be coming up next time. We'll see which one it ends up being.
I'm tired.
Me too, Mario.